Coming up on Z News, Ghana votes peacefully. Forbes Person of the Year. MasiyePhambili, Artists Unite. And they're coming for you, Cass. What is wrong with Ghana? I mean, the country went to the polls on Monday for the presidential elections, and we do not hear of any shots fired, no intimidation of the opposition, no tear gas was spread out, no protests, none of that. Just systematic voting went down on Monday from 8 o'clock in the morning up until 5 p.m. Everything was orderly. Everything was systematic, and they voted and their voices were heard. I mean, the first African country to gain independence really is showing the rest of the continent what democracy looks like and freedom of speech. President Nana Akufo-Addo of the NPP is facing off his 3 times rival, John Mahama of the NDC, and 10 other contestants, with 3 of them being women. Ladies, get in there, yes. Now, President Nana has been hailed for all his good work that he's done for free education across the country, as well as also just providing electricity throughout the country, and the way he handled the coronavirus pandemic. But many feel that, he didn't do a really good job when it comes to curbing corruption. One of the main reasons why he was pulled into power 4 years ago. His main opposition, John Mahama, on the other hand, has run 3 times for power, but his previous runs were marred with corruption, poor economic decisions, and racking up unsustainable debts. Well, if I was Ghanaian, I would know exactly who I'm voting for. I mean, I would stick with the current president because he's been doing a really good job in many other factors. And, if you give him 4 more years, I'm sure he's going to come out on top and do even more. But thank you so much, Ghana, for being that different African country, the one that's standing apart from all the rest of the countries that are just marred with corruption, democracy, and all the bad things that we're always complaining about here on Z News. And it's so great to see a government that's listening to the citizens and also just trying to empower them and take the economy to a whole new level. So kudos to you, and let's see what you're going to do in the next 4 years of you in power. The extreme sport that 2020 has been is coming to an end. Hallelujah. And I'm sure everybody is thinking the same thing that I'm thinking too. And of course, those awards that we all know about at the end of the year, the best awards are happening right now in all the different industries. Now, one name that has been gaining momentum throughout the whole year is that of Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. Now, the former Nigerian Minister of Finance has been named Forbes Africa Person of the Year. Yay! And she definitely deserves it. And she joins the likes of President Paul Kagame and Akinwumi Adesina. Now, whilst many of us have been lamenting over 2020, Dr. Ngozi has been getting her praise up, honey. The good doctor is also a leading candidate for the coveted role of World Trade Organization Director General. Now, if she wins this, which I'm pretty sure she will, we'll find out in January, because everything had to be paused for the American elections because Donald Trump was against her actually being the one to lead the World Trade Organization. She'll be the first female and the first African to ever hold that coveted role. So yes, our eyes are on you, mama. We are rooting for you, and you're gonna get it. And let's hope that you're gonna do something completely different within the African continent. Now, continuing with the awards, the BBC Sports Personality of the Year nominees are out, and Lewis Hamilton is nominated along Tyson Fury, Ronnie Sullivan, and Holly Doyle, just to mention a few of them, because I mean, there's 6 of them, but the only one that we really care about is Lewis Hamilton. I'm only joking, but that's the truth. Anyway, now Lewis Hamilton is out with the coronavirus, and we're wishing him a whole speedy recovery because, yay, we need him when the results come out on the 12th of December to be out there and to actually receive his prestigious award. Now, Marcus Rashford will be honored with a panel special award for all the hard work that he's been putting in to end child poverty in the UK. Now, he was not nominated for the Personality of the Year award because that gong is strictly for sporting achievements. So they decided, you know what, we have seen what you're doing as a sportsman and caring for other people. So listen, you're gonna get this beautiful award. Following all his hard work, policy changes saw the British government announcing more than £400 million to support poor children and their families in the UK. And I mean, this is so great to see that Governments actually listen to what other people are doing and they follow suit. And that's what we love, and that's what we're hoping to happen in Africa one day eventually. I mean, we're really happy for him. He's been doing a really good job, and he definitely deserves this award and more. Well done to you, Rashid. Now back on the motherland in Zimbabwe, the legendary singer Vusa Mkhaya has collaborated with some really fresh artists coming out of 122, and they dropped an inspirational song on Monday, and it is called MasiyePhambili. And whoo, this song is a banger. Now this song is just out there to encourage everybody that's going through a tough time, particularly because of the coronavirus, and just saying, listen, times might be hard right now, but a better day is coming ahead. And listen, the first time I heard this song, I was like, what? This is everything. It gave me goosebumps within the first 30 seconds of it. I loved it, and I'm sure you're gonna love it after you hear a snippet of it. Check it out.
So Vusa Mkhaya, giving rise to this our Bulawayo, our home, our city, our pride, our heart, our brain, our stomach, our mind.
I told you it's a good song. Anyway, you can check out the rest of it on all the different streaming platforms that are out there, and check out the video on YouTube as well. Thank you so much for sharing your platform and your spotlight with all these up and coming artists who came in with the beautiful voices and the rhymes, Vusa. And I'm pretty sure that Yazin, this song is just great. It is a song of the year in my opinion. I mean, thank you so much for putting Bulawayo on the scene like you always do. Azishe. Now in South Africa, things haven't started on a good note for Cassper Nyovest. Woo! Now the hitmaker is being sued for fraud by DJ Somebody, who produced hit songs for him like A Remote Control and Zea Ukwe. Now DJ Somebody claims that Cassper Nyovest actually owes him 500,000 rands for working on these songs, and he's like, beat better have my money. Give me my money, honey. But it's so funny because Cassper Nyovest went onto social media platforms and he laughed and he's like, DJ who? DJ Somebody suing me. It must be another somebody. And it looks like he really doesn't care. Now, minutes after all that shenanigan happening on Twitter, Sejo, the rapper, the singer, you know the guy, he came out and said, actually, I have my own issues with Cassper Nyovest as well. Can you imagine, for all the songs that I did, Hennessy, Garden, and all the other songs that he made, he did not get paid by the family tree head. Now, Cassper says that he just said, you know what, Cassper just ignored him. And Sejo continued and said, at the end of the day, if you do not know how to run a label, you should never have started one in the first place, because you don't know what you're doing. It's not a charity case. Give us our money. But my issue is, if you own all the rights like you said you do, and you did not get paid for the song as because Cassper wasn't making money with the family tree, then maybe your music wasn't that good to get the money. Maybe people didn't really like it. Maybe you're taking out all your frustrations on Cassper. I'm just saying, but I mean, if you're not making money and you own all the rights, then what is the problem? It must be within. Look. Whew, I wonder whether Bushiri is still saying that 2020 is going to be a great year. I really don't think he's saying that right now. Following his whole saga with the Hawks and outcunning the South African government after they gave him bail, he violated it and absconded the country and went straight to Malawi. Anyway, you know we spoke about this a couple of weeks ago. Now anyway, South African government has retaliated and they're extraditing the fugitives, and we're waiting to see if the Malawi government will actually, you know, return the fugitives to South Africa. And if they don't, it's going to be a bad situation for the SADC countries. It's going to look bad for the SADC organization at the end of the day. I mean, it still looks bad anyway. The SADC doesn't do anything. Now, the South African government wants him back in the country so that he can face the music. I mean, he has been accused of money laundering, fraud, theft, and rape allegations, which he obviously refuted. Now back to his main business as prophet, he has organized an all-night prayer which is going down on the 31st of December, and it is called Miracle Night. And it'll be interesting whether this Miracle Night will happen in Malawi as it is now scheduled to happen since he's there, or his congregants will follow Papa back to Mzansi if he gets extradited. And you know we're loving this, we're going to be watching this, so stay tuned. And that's it. I am done. Thanks so much for hanging with me. I'll be back again next week with more exciting news for you. Please hit the like button so that I know that you actually enjoyed the show. And do hit the subscription bell if you want to get more news like this. It comes out every single week. And hit that notification bell so that when it comes in, boom, it hits your mailbox right there and there. Konapo, konapo, konapo. In the meantime, do take care. I'll be back again next week. Mwah.